try and see if I can get any info on the production company, if possible.
Yeah, there's no issue. You will get definitely free tickets. I want to say that everybody will get tickets, whether it's because they are actively trying to get in tickets, and those of you that are not will definitely be suggested to get tickets. Like for example, the school, you're working for a school, the school will definitely be into trying to get people to get tickets. Definitely will be um, going like something along the likes of, hey, you know what, we need to support the town. This gotta be a big thing because ultimately we want everybody and everybody possible to come over here and ultimately go like this is the town where the famous people come and where everybody is always going to the theater, so that going to the theater is a big thing. And ultimately this is this happens, so you can tell that maybe the town is trying to make it more so as a hope that it will make a mark on the town, and therefore more and more, um, I want to say, movie stars end up coming to the town, and therefore the town gets its foot on the map, and therefore more people start showing up. Are you ready to delve into the eldritch mysteries of one-shot and long-form campaigns? Buckle up. So therefore, that's just happening.
Okay.
So it's more of it's a mix, definitely. So obviously the theater company, and obviously whatever marketing company and whatever they got going on, is definitely trying to get the play to be popular, and then at the same time the town is trying to actively push everybody to go see it because they're in the hopes of and even they talk about it on the radio. So if your character will listen to the radio or anything like that, your character will definitely know that the town is actively trying to get everybody to go to the play.
Is this a new production company? Is this their first show?
I want to say that with a movie star, with a famous movie star, yes, by all means. There haven't been many shows with a famous movie star, so this will be something completely different. There's definitely big hopes for this.
Interesting. They must have some good connections to land talent like that.
Yeah. So nonetheless, the long story short is that you end up getting free tickets. The play is gonna be not just one day out of the week. It's gonna happen on Wednesday and also on Saturday. There's gonna be 2 days in between for the actors and everybody else to take a break. The play doesn't happen that very night. It will happen, I want to say, in 2 days, and that's so far what takes place at that moment. What's going on? What is of the most importance during that time that you can imagine, I guess.
Interesting. Uh, what are you thinking, Lucius?
Are we there already?
No, no.
Um, I mean, I feel like my character would just go without giving much second thought. I just got free tickets. Just a bit of a distraction, I suppose.
When though? Do you have work on Wednesday?
Hmm.
Are you going to the
Probably.
Saturday show?
I mean, if it was given by the school, I assume it's at a time that would be okay on a Wednesday. But yeah, uh, I suppose Saturday. I would. Yeah, I suppose I'd go on Saturday and then listen to how it goes on Wednesday. Make sure it's good or not going to be a waste of time.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
So,
thinking.
go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
No,
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna stake out the place during the show. Not actually go in, just kind of like probably just stay in the car and see what happens. Make sure nothing goes wrong, and if it does, well, I guess I'll take it from there. I'm kind of new to this private investigator stuff. I'm more of a man of action, but um last time probably is making me more cautious.
Okay. So also in the news, it will um, it will come up how this actor, this guy, just moved. Okay, just got to town. He came with his manager, which they seem to have a very close relationship, and they just the manager's very close to him. They both got a house over there in the town to stay in, a very big state, I guess. And for the first 2 days, they're gonna be rehearsing until the play happens. Um, so that night, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and say that today is Monday, and Monday and Tuesday, the actors and everybody else is going to rehearse, and then on Wednesday, that's when the play will take place.
What?
Are we supposed to go and investigate? I don't know if my character would really
Well, there's not much to investigate right
do
now,
much.
other than the fact that you just know that there's an actor coming. Nothing has happened
Yeah, yeah.
extremely out of the ordinary, other than the fact that maybe there's a movie star interested in coming all the way from California to go on tour just to visit and maybe stop there. But other than that, there's nothing wrong going on.
Yeah, my character would just let the days pass until the date, I think.
I might think I just quick question. What are you a professor of?
History.
Okay, nice.
See if I can find a picture of this guy or what this guy looks like, and so you guys have
What
an
does a
idea.
car go for in this
A car?
day and age? Yeah,
I want to say probably between $200 to $500.
and I got a
Mhm.
1,000. Hmm. I'll get like a project car, a real cheap one that I can improve on, but uh, mainly the cheap parts. I'm thinking around that $200 mark.
Okay. Yeah, you will get, some sort of typical vehicle from the times, and if I,
I'll call it Charlene. I'll get a picture.
yeah. All right. So, is there anything you guys want to do except other than just pretty much wait? I mean, on that Monday. I mean, is there anything you guys would particularly want to do? And I ask you that not necessarily because I don't want you to think or feel that there should be something that your character should be doing. Because right now, like I said, there's not a whole lot to go on. It's just I still want to ask you that in case there's something you want to do.
I mean, in character, we
Um,
don't really know each other, but I will prepare, you know? That's what they taught us in military school, that you always gotta have a plan. Even when you do, it's all gonna go to shit, but it's better than nothing. So before I stake out the place, I'll make sure I go around during the day and point out the emergency exits, stairs, maybe any point of interest that I can see uh, from outside of this place where the show is gonna be happening.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Ultimately, the like I said, it's more of a rehearse. It's only him. It's only the actor coming into town, and then the rest of the actors, are playing extras. They seem to be people from the town. Um, so here's a picture of what the guy looks like.
hmm. My character, out of idle curiosity would probably look up what the play's about, but not any spoilers. Just kind of like reviews and where it's been shown, stuff like
The
that.
play
People have liked it.
is about a mystical thing. It's a mysterious play. It's a mystery play, and it's a mystical force that just enables the main character to be able to go above and beyond and succeed on his goals.
Hmm. Okay. And it's been played at many different popular places, right?
Yep,
Said.
yep, yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I'd look into then.
Yeah, there's if you look into it, you will find out that the people that have seen it on more than one town, they seem to think that the play seems to be more and more intense depending on the town that you watch it.
Hmm.
It seems to get more and more intense as it goes. It's almost like he is
Ooh.
perfecting it more and more to make it more believable and adding more details to the play.
Okay.
So, are you guys going to? I'm assuming you guys are going to wait till Wednesday, or is this something that you want to do on that Monday?
Uh, I was thinking of going on Saturday if unless the Wednesday times, because I'd be working throughout the week. So unless the time's allowed, I'd probably go on Saturday.
Okay. All right. So,
Unless during the evening or something. It doesn't
Saturday.
run too
Well,
late.
on Saturday. Oh, I see. So not on Wednesday. Okay. All right. No problem. So we're gonna go ahead. Does your characters have any family members or anything like that?
Yes. My character would have he comes from a jeweler background. They get along well.
All right. So definitely any students that you have, any family members that you do have, they will be completely interested in attending the play and attending this practice sessions, I guess, where he's gonna be there because he's quite famous. He's got quite the pull. So
Oh, so it's a public rehearsal. I guess I'll show up for that.
yeah, it's definitely a public rehearsal. So I mean, it doesn't. It's not gonna have people dressed up. It's not gonna have a lot of details or anything like that. It's just just some of it, I guess. Um. So, do you guys want to do anything before the rehearsal, or do you just want to attend the rehearsal? Do you just want to skip to the rehearsal?
Yeah, I guess I'll attend this as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll load up my car with all my stuff, but yeah, aside
Sure.
from that, nothing really.
Yeah. All right. So many people show up to a rehearsal. Not a whole lot, especially some people that may be a little not sure if they're gonna get a ticket for it or not. Because movies are one thing, but ultimately a rehearsal on a play, that may not necessarily go as well as a movie. Because in a movie you can edit it versus on the theater, it's live, and it's not necessarily so much about the actor. It's more so as to the rest of the actors, because obviously he is famous. He has made it to the movies, so people are somewhat like, well, you know what? He is famous and all, but our actors here in town kind of, whatever. Everybody's always throwing dirt on the local actors because they're small name actors anyway. And ultimately, the time comes up, and the play happens. The rehearsal. A few people attend, not a lot of people. I guess you have a lot of people that are just more interested into just going to the play itself, and then there's those hardcore fans, which they want to see the rehearsal, or maybe some people are just interested into seeing both things, or just the uniqueness of a rehearsal with an actor like that. So, are you guys going? You guys are going into the theater, right? To watch it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys arrive. There's a few people. Everybody's not necessarily very well dressed because ultimately it's not a real thing going on. It's just a rehearsal. People just show up after work. They grab a seat and they just start looking. And eventually, the rehearsal starts. All the actors show up. There's no special effects or anything like that. All the lights are on because it's just a rehearsal. There's no magic or, I don't know, mystery to it or anything like that. It's very, very average, I guess, the way that it looks like at first. So the actor eventually shows up. He is the last one to show up to the play. He comes out. He bows to everybody, salutes everybody, and they start rehearsing, whatever. Everything just seems to go well. The play will last about an hour. So around 30 minutes after they start, they decide to take a break. And he goes back along with everybody else. When he returns to the stage, he seems to be. Go ahead and roll psychology, or yeah, psychology will do.
Hey.
All right.
Ain't no way.
Holy shit. Nice.
No way.
So You
He
can
did crack.
clearly notice in his face that he has this look or this demeanor where he is definitely not comfortable. He seems to be not very happy. It's almost as if his demeanor changed from the first act to the second act, or from the first part to after the break started. Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Uh, Ooh.
All right. So when that
It's
happens,
happening again.
you notice that there
Oh, yeah.
is somebody on the first row sitting down, which seems to be his manager, signaling him and kind of communicating with him. And as he communicates with him, they seem to be having this thing going on where there seems to be this non-spoken argument going on. And the non-spoken argument is pretty much almost as if the manager is communicating something where the actor is just not necessarily wanting to do, or there's just some sort of disagreement between them. Obviously, the actor will not necessarily know exactly. I mean, obviously, the manager is not an actor, so he doesn't know much. But they have some sort of disagreement going on. The you notice that the actor is definitely looking a lot towards the manager, and then the manager is pretty much just signaling with his hands and whatnot towards the actor. So the actor just seems to ask for a break at that moment, for a little break. And he just storms back. I need 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. By the way, but you guys can talk amongst yourselves and decide what you want to do in the meantime.
Okay. Um. Well, I mean, they clearly have a homosexual relationship. I think that was slightly hinted.
100%.
Yeah. Well, there might be some kind of lovers' quarrel or something unrelated. Who knows? Um. Yeah. I feel like my character would just have one of those leaflets that talk about the play, and I'd just be trying to discern whether or not this is a waste of time, and I should maybe do something else on Saturday. Feel like my character is
Definitely.
quite uptight.
I can see you as this snobbish college professor.
Yeah, yeah.
Should I
This
follow
character's
them?
whole. Oh, oh yeah, you're crazy stealthy. Yeah, yeah, you could. And if you get caught, you could just say that you wanted an autograph. If it goes bad, I feel like that'd be a common thing.
Love the plan.
Mm.
And if everything goes really wrong, I always have my 45 revolver.
Nice. Do I have any speaking skills?
I swear there
No.
is no sign language skill somewhere, but maybe maybe I was tripping.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you mean. I think I saw one's lip reading skill as well, but
Oh
not
yeah,
on this
that's the
sheet.
one.
Hmm. I think I
But I
saw that
don't
in like
see
a
it.
video on how to create a character. Yeah. Maybe on Pulp or some other edition. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's probably pulp. I fell a couple of them before I knew I'm doing pulp.
All right, I'm back.
Uh,
All right,
Back.
so Victor storms back in. I'm sorry, and and says, "Okay, the show must go on," and everybody just claps, whatever. And the play goes on. They practice it, whatever, and then all the lights at some point just go off.
Hmm.
It's almost like they flicker and then they go off, and he's just standing over there with his arms up, and he causes a scream and falls to his knees and says something in some sort of language or words that you wouldn't understand, and the lights flicker for a moment, and then after that everything goes back to normal. And when everything goes back to normal, he's just passed out on the ground, and he gets up a couple of minutes after. He says he is okay, and the play ends at that point. He, the manager storms up. People from the theater storms up, and eventually they walk him out towards the back. Somebody announces ultimately that he seems to be under a lot of stress and tired, so therefore they're gonna stop the rehearsal for the night, and that's that.
Hmm.
At that point they just ask you to please go leave, and you guys are more than welcome tomorrow night, and tomorrow night there's gonna be another rehearsal.
Okay. Hmm.
Um, hold on, where is it? I'm looking for something. I'll find it later. Can I attempt to break in to the
Oh shit.
where they keep all their costumes and everything, like
Well, they would have walked you out
Oh
of the
yeah.
theater at that point.
right, right, right. I'm thinking staying on my car until everybody goes away, make sure the coast is clear, and then I try to break in.
Okay. The theater does have a back door, so go ahead and roll locksmith.
Locksmith. Oh,
Unfortunately, the door
You
is
have one
locked.
locksmith? Damn.
um, I
But
thought
in
I
any
had
case,
more.
if you were sitting in the car, even before you went to try to break into the theater, you would have seen that the guy left. You would have seen him getting out and leaving. Actually, he wouldn't have left that much long after that. He was just very tired, and the manager left with him in the same car.
Should I just follow them?
I'm sorry.
They're probably combined. I should have just followed them, I think to myself.
But I think as for me, I'm probably gonna wait until either Wednesday or Saturday. I don't think I'm gonna attend the second rehearsal.
Fine.
All right. So Is there anything else you want to do since you failed the locksmith roll?
No, I guess not really. I'm gonna wait for tomorrow and see if I can get some rumors from people who have already seen the play. You
Perfect.
mentioned there were some around town.
All right, no problem. All right, so you guys are so the next day comes up. You guys go to work. Everybody kind of talks on the radio about it, but not necessarily making a big deal about it. Just saying, "Wow, that's kind of crazy." Um, how we're having power outages on such an important event that supposedly is to put on the map, the town for more people to come, and that it's unacceptable, and you hear that kind of thing, pretty much. Just people saying that the town needs to work better, that the services need to be working better, that it is not okay for Arkham to have their theaters like that when national celebrities are coming, and that they need to be better prepared. So they just address it that way. So what do you guys want to do during that day, if anything?
Sorry, what was that?
What do you guys want to do during that day, if anything?
No, I'll just wait until the play.
Okay. What about you, Tim?
Um, I'll make sure that everything's ready on my car. So essentially, what I'm gonna be doing is I'll have like a long coat. Get I'll hide the revolver, leave the rifle in the car, and I guess I'll take a first aid kit that is small enough to be carried on my coat. Make sure I'm ready for every eventuality.
Oh, actually, me too. My character would buy, those little, um, like little magnifying glasses on a stick that people use when they go watch plays. That's what my character would gear up with.
Oh, love it. I love it.
In case I get, yeah, in case I get bad seats, I want to be able to see properly from the back.
Okay. All right. So the day goes by. Nothing major goes on. So the rehearsal starts. Um, you see how the manager ultimately comes back into the theater. He sits on the front. He comes from the back, I guess from the stage area where Victor would come in a couple of seconds or minutes after, and sits in the front row. And the play starts. It's a rehearsal, so again, there's not a whole lot of people there. Especially, I will say that there's much less people than the day before, since whoever was really interested in seeing the rehearsal came the day before. So, um, ultimately, they start with the rehearsal. Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Ooh. My binoculars are coming in handy already.
All right. You notice that Victor's face, it's a little not fresh. It's like tired. almost as if something
Bruised?
worrying him. Like not okay, not okay. Maybe could possibly he had a long night or anything, you know.
Okay.
So the play starts, and everything goes well so far. Again, the break comes up, and after the break, Victor comes up. And this time around, Victor's face looks very, very pale. He seems to have eye bags, bags under his eyes, and it's very weird because it's almost like it's makeup like he has going on, and he has a very pale type of makeup. His eyes look very, very
Sorry, is
dark.
this for the proper play on Wednesday, or is this another rehearsal day?
No, this is the same for the same rehearsal. For the same play on Wednesday.
Oh, so this is the proper thing that started then.
No, this is the rehearsal still.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So he comes out. This time around, he's just wearing makeup. I guess on Wednesday they will have them um, wear the outfits and wear the makeup. But still, the lights will be on. It wouldn't be a proper thing. So he shows up, and eventually he does the same thing, where um, he pulls his arms up and he's loudly says some sort of, I don't know if I will call it chanting, but he will say some sort of phrase in this very, very strange language, or words that don't really have any meaning or sense at all to you. This time around, the lights go off completely. When the lights go off, there seems to be a spectacle of purple, pink, yellow, and blue lights appearing in the air, just moving from side to side. In think about it as when you see fireworks, right? You know how fireworks spread out and all the lights move and all that. Well, think about something like that, only that much smaller, because it will be inside of a theater, and all the lights just move like that. And but these lights don't seem to blow, right? You know how fireworks, they start, they blow up, and then they go away. And this time around, they just move. And obviously, there's no smoke or anything like that. So it's very, very strange as to how these lights just move, and everybody's in such an awe. And he's just standing with his arms up, and with his arms up, he seems to be talking in this very strange language and telling something or giving orders to something. And eventually,
Could I
again,
roll
he passes out
to see if I
into the ground. Say that again?
could I roll a cult to see if
Sure.
I know anything that's
Yeah.
happening?
Thing?
Oh, goddamn.
All right. So, and if you have Call of Cthulhu points, Cthulhu Mythos, sorry, you're more than welcome to roll Cthulhu Mythos. If you have.
I'll give it my best. That was actually
It's not
close.
bad. No, it's not that bad, yeah.
All right. So, the occult roll
We-
will tell
Can I
you
use?
that.
No.
The occult
No,
roll
it's
will
not
tell
worth
you
it, I
that
don't think.
definitely that doesn't seem to be light effects.
Special effects? Yeah.
That seems to be something a lot not good.
Hmm. Finally, something worth watching. I'm
Yeah,
gonna clap.
something definitely that shouldn't be happening seems to be happening. So ultimately, the same thing as in Monday. The manager walks towards the back, and then eventually they left, apparently stating that Victor's doing a lot better that day, but still a little bit tired. That he needs a little bit more rest to be ready for the play, and that he will be ready tomorrow night for the main event. He has been on the road too much. That's pretty much the general explanation that they give when they leave. And then they ask everybody out of the theater, of course.
Hmm. Okay. Very cool stuff.
This night, can I try hiding in the bathrooms?
Ooh.
Sure. You can go ahead and hide and roll stealth. Very well.
Not even close.
All right. So you hide in the bathroom. But everybody leaves. What do you do?
Okay, well, first of all, the trick is to lift your legs. But I descend from the bathroom, and
Oh, you're on the roof.
I'll try to make I'll try to make my way towards the dressing rooms, specifically the main star.
I'm sorry. You get out of the bathroom and you go where?
To the dressing rooms. I don't know what
Okay,
they're called,
to the
but
changing rooms. Okay. Yeah, no
yeah.
problem. All right. So when you get there, you go up a set of stairs and there's a hallway. And in that hallway, there's many doors. Um, his door is the one at the very end of the hallway. It's got a star at the top and his name. So what do
This
you
one
want to
has
do?
to be it. I'll try the door.
All right, go ahead and roll your luck.
All right.
The door is
Ooh.
locked.
I feel like there's something wrong with your character because you built them specifically to be sneaky and go into places, right? But you have one locksmith.
Yeah, that's.
That's
I
roll 20
swear
for
I
you.
had something else.
Yeah.
Like I had something.
All right, so the door is locked, unfortunately. So unless there's something else you want to do, maybe I mean you
Yeah.
have a couple
Uh,
options. You can
we
always
have a
buy
couple
your
what?
roll with luck. You can
Okay.
always ultimately maybe shoot at the lock. However, if you do shoot at the lock, chances that somebody else may hear the shot.
No, yeah,
Um,
makes sense. Remember when I was looking for fire exits? Does this being the biggest dressing room in all of that probably has a window? Would there be a fire exit on this window that I could make my way out of this building in case I
Go
need
ahead and
that?
roll your luck. Yes, that room um, seems to have a fire exit throughout the window.
Okay, so uh, based off my knowledge of the layout of this place, would I know that I have like at least a minute to look around before somebody comes in? Or how long
You
would you
wouldn't
say I
necessarily
have?
know when somebody comes in or when somebody doesn't. So it will be up to you if you want to go look around or not.
I'll break the window with my strength, not a shot. I
Okay, so
just
you're gonna
force it
leave the
open.
theater,
No, no, no. I'll break in,
right?
but
But
not with my
the
weapon.
window is outside. Like it's facing the outside.
Okay, so
Oh,
I I'll use the exit um to escape. What I'm trying to do is I'm gonna break in to the
The fire escape.
dressing room. No, to the dressing room. Look around, see if I can find anything suspicious, maybe like a notebook, and quickly make my way out.
Right. No. Well, I guess we're having a little confusion here. So the building does have a fire escape, right? And that fire escape, coincidentally, goes to the window from that dressing room. So if you want to get to that fire escape, you will have to leave the building, and then you will have to climb that fire escape from the side to get to that window and break through the window if that's what you want to do.
Okay, so no. I would be breaking in either way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break the door and then I guess the window to get out. But
Okay.
first I want to look
How
around,
are you
see
going
if
to
I can
break the
find
door?
anything. And I'll use the exit that I know is there because I previously looked around to make my escape so that I can avoid any guards or anything that may be coming. I'll make a quick search around and if I don't find anything, I'll just escape.
Right. So how would you break the door?
With either my elbow or with a kick to the handle. I'm quite beefy.
A
Maybe a strength roll.
wooden door. Okay. No, yeah, definitely. Go ahead and roll your strength. Okay.
nice.
So yeah. Okay. So you kick the door, and the door is it it opens up. Um,
I'll leave it open, turn
Go
on the
ahead and
lights right
roll
away.
your. Actually, hold on. One sec.
Oh shit, I don't like this. Why did you
Yeah, it's
stop
gonna
that?
roll some listen check for a god.
I'm
Just
done
a
for.
moment, please. There we are. Okay.
Oof.
Eh, still loading, huh? I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. All right. So obviously you don't really know anything that's going on, but the noise is quite loud. Um, so you walk into the room. What do you do in the room?
They probably know I'm here, so no way trying to hide anymore. I'm gonna turn out the light and then look around. Any notebooks, any napkins that may have any writing on it, anything that looks out of place.
Go ahead and roll spy hidden. Nope. You don't find anything. There is a desk. However, it's got the doors locked.
Okay,
Oh, the
Nothing.
no
drawer.
problem.
Nothing's out of place, messed up. There's no papers on it with anything written or anything like that. So
Okay, this is probably gonna take too long to break into that, and I don't have that time. I'll pick up a chair that is close to me, throw it through the window, and make my way out.
go ahead and roll strength. All right. You break the window. One one second, please. What did it? Okay. Okay. All right. So you get out. Go ahead and roll your luck for me real quick. Okay.
Oh
When
my
you attempt
god.
to get out, granted that the window does break, um, you go ahead and you seem to catch yourself with the window. So go ahead and
I'm
roll
gonna
give me a 1d3. It's not gonna be a big cut, just a 1d3. And 1 second.
I want to point out, meanwhile, that that's a window leading to a fire escape. You probably could have lifted it.
I
And
panicked,
then
okay?
the
Okay.
guard won't necessarily see your face leaving, but the guard will definitely see you. At the very least, after you got out of the fire escape, he will see you. I mean, he will see your body. Probably too far to identify your face, but he will definitely see you.
I'll pull my fedora down to hide my face because everybody wears fedoras in this time.
And if anything, thank God you're running away because with a 6 out of 75, we could easily say that he could identify you. But you know, whatever. So, where do you go to after that?
It's probably too risky to run around and take my car.
Okay.
They're probably watching the exits, so I'll walk home.
All right. So you get out, you go to your car, and you go home. All right. So the next day, everybody on the radio talks about not necessarily what happened at the theater now during the rehearsal.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out. You
I
went
said
like
that the
all
next day,
robotic.
everybody on the radio and on the newspapers, the main article in the newspapers and the main subject of conversation in the radio seems to be about how somebody has broken into Victor's changing room in the theater, and how there's a possibility that somebody may be attempting against his life and in trying to hurt him or whatever. So everybody's just making different conclusions, of course. Making their own conclusions. Nothing that anybody is able to prove really, as everybody's just mainly talking about their what ifs as to why somebody would have done something like that, and how embarrassed everybody is from their town. That the moment a movie star comes to the town, people seem to treat him like that, and blah 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 blah, bunch of stuff. You know how it goes. So it is Wednesday. It is the time the day for the play. Is there anything you guys want to do at this point based on whatever information you got?
Could I have done a history check to see where, if any, or like a occult check to see if? Oh, hello. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he probably
Oh,
crashed.
his internet didn't. Yeah. Um. Okay. So history or an occult check to dig anything up in those lights. Hey, welcome back.
You can probably go to the library and try to see if you find anything like that. But other than that, you work at the college.
Yeah, I'm a history teacher. I'm a
Right.
history professor at some university.
Right.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you work at Arkham University, so therefore, you will have definitely access to the library.
Yeah.
So if you want, you're more than welcome to look at Arkham University's library to see if you find anything. I mean, other than that, I'm
Yep,
not sure.
sounds that sounds perfect. What do I roll?
All right, library use.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that. Fuck.
So yeah, no. Fortunately, you don't seem to find anything on the books over there at the library. Um, Tim, is there anything you want to do? It will be Wednesday already. The day would have gone by um, before the play. Is there anything you want to do?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm been having some issues. Yes. Uh, so now there's rumors there is an attempt on his life. I'll try to offer, if I can get close enough to him, my bodyguard services.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm sorry. So you said that you're gonna get bodyguards?
No, I'm trying to get close to the star after the
Oh, okay.
incident that was reported. Hey, if I can get close to him. So hey, I heard there was a break-in last night. I'll give him my card
Well,
and my references.
hold on. Let's determine when, right? Are you doing
Before the
that?
play.
I'm sorry.
Before the play.
Before the play. Okay. So before the play, obviously everybody will be waiting for him. There will be tons of people outside of the theater. They will roll out the red carpet for the guy. The guy will be coming in a car. He will come in, and everybody will be there waiting for him. So
Is there a way I can find out which hotel he's staying at and maybe get an audience? Just a meeting with him, I guess. I'm trying to see if I can convince him that my bodyguard services will. Uh, yeah, I guess I'll try to convince him that the town is dangerous and there's crazies out there. Here's my references. You can call them. They can vouch for me. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, he stays at some mansion, right? In town. A manor.
well, right. So ultimately, go ahead and roll fast talk, I guess.
All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my luck.
Okay.
yeah.
So ultimately, somebody says, "Well, um, I mean, the show is gonna start relatively soon. If you want to wait, you're more than welcome to. And ultimately, once the doors are open, you can, we can we can we can have you talk to him. Are you a reporter?
Somewhat of a bodyguard. I heard that some people are breaking into his property and all, and I just thought that they may need some of my specialties.
Okay, so you are a bodyguard, and what do you want to talk to him about? Just the fact that somebody broke into his place.
Yeah, as you know. Arkham can be a bit dangerous, and there's already been an attempt. What if he stayed late and he was in the room at the time? Who knows what the crazy might have done to him? So, if that were to happen, with me at his side, well, I can assure his safety.
Okay. All right. Well, we will talk to him and see if this. Um, if I'm sorry if I am out of place here, but it sounds to me like you're a bodyguard and you're just trying to see if he hires you to work for him. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Very well. I will talk to him and see if he can talk to you at some point.
that's all I ask. Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. All right. So the bodyguard walks. I mean, the bodyguards. The guy just walks and goes away. Obviously, you're standing outside. He walks in with his manager and a bunch of other people, and then everybody just slowly starts walking in about 10 minutes after he walks in. Um, Go ahead and roll your luck. Okay. So he will say, yeah, he's okay talking to you, but he will talk to you possibly after the show. Um, he just requests that that you just stay in, watch the play, whatever, and then after the show, when the show's over, he's gonna he's gonna talk to you and see what it is all about.
I guess, I mean, sure, but there could be an attempt on his life.
Well, ultimately he
Couldn't you?
has three different bodyguards right now that are being paid to protect his life. So I will think that they are going to be doing their job, and so does he think that. But then ultimately the manager is going to talk to you, and you guys can figure things out at that point.
All right, I guess.
Very well. All right, so people start coming in, and everybody takes their seat. You notice that the top row is empty. Nobody seems to be sitting on the top row. Everybody's just sitting on the bottom, sitting. the the theater is completely full. I mean, everybody's there. Of course, that's not necessarily a feat considering that a lot of the tickets were given for free. God only knows if the main actor, if Victor knows that the tickets were given for free, but ultimately everybody's attending. Almost everybody's attending. At least half the town will be considering that there's another play on Saturday. So everybody sits down. The lights go off. The lights go on the stage. All the actors come out, and the play starts regularly. It goes on and off, and you see that today, Victor seems to have a better look on his face. He seems to be, I don't know if it is better rested or just doing better. Ultimately, he doesn't seem to be as worried or depressed or whatever look he had before. And he does his play, and the time for the break eventually comes up. Everybody just leaves. The actors leave for the break. There's a 10-minute intermission. You see people going to the bathrooms. You see people going outside for the smoke. What do you guys want to do in the meantime, during that time?
Mm, don't really know. Everything's been going well, right, in the play?
Everything seems to be going fairly normal. Definitely as normal as it was going during the rehearsal.
I'm gonna talk to the man next to me, presumably Tim. I'm gonna say, hey, when do you think the light show is gonna happen? I want to see that thing again. It's quite interesting.
Well, obviously on the third act last time. What was that
Mm,
even? Have you ever been?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
Um, I mean, kind of knows at the back of my mind, but I tried to look it up and I couldn't really find anything.
It's
Um,
eating at me. That was unnatural. And trust me, I've seen
yeah.
some unnatural lights in my time.
Oh yeah. Is this looking fishy to you? That's cool.
Extra fishy.
Um,
I kind of chuckled to myself.
yeah. Yeah, it seems like the actor actually finally managed to focus. I wasn't sure he had it in him in the past few rehearsal days, but shipping up to pretty cool.
Especially after that break-in last time. I mean, I guess when everything goes wrong, you just uh, accept it.
Mm, yeah. All right. I guess we'll wait until they come back.
You want one? And I say to you as I light up my cigarette because everybody smokes at the time, everywhere.
Oh, absolutely, sir. Thank you.
Quite welcome.
All right, everybody comes up. Comes back in, sits down. Lights go off. All the uh, all the actors slowly appear. Victor appear. The music tenses out, and he starts talking in some sort of language. Um, as a professor, you could say it sounds almost like Greek, but God only knows it could be also Egyptian. And
Mm.
and he raises his hands up and he starts chanting this whatever and moving his arms, and eventually the floating lights come up. Every single light in the theater goes out. This time around, there's many floating lights. And the floating lights, they don't seem to be just on top of the stage. They just seem to be everywhere. They seem to be on the stage. They seem to be on the seats from the front row. They seem to be on the second row. Everywhere except on the balcony where there's no people, but they seem to be everywhere. All the people, and you can see this because there's people sitting in front of you, sitting right next to you. They are in awe, just looking at the lights. They seem to be floating on top of them. You hear how people are marveled as to how it is possible that they're doing that. Where are the cables that these lights are being plugged into? How can these lights be moving? It's like it's just amazing. They don't understand, but
On
they are
on
completely
that note,
hypnotized by these lights.
could I use my little binoculars to also take a proper look?
Yes. Go ahead and roll spy. Spy him. Yeah.
Same, now that they're hidden,
Oh,
can I do that?
I'm sorry. What?
Now that they're closer, can
oh,
I do that as well?
Sure. So ultimately, Victor falls to his knees, but he's still awake. His hands are still up. He seems to be chanting all around, and these lights now circle him on the ground, and then they start floating around him and circle back up. As the lights continue to spiral, holes on reality seems to start appearing, which when you start looking at them, they seem to be also part of the show, part of the play. This holes, little by little, they seem to be coming bigger and bigger. Go ahead and roll your power, both of you.
No. Oh shit.
You notice that as much as you want or as much as you try, you seem to be sitting on a position where you're sitting straight, right? You're back against the chair, your arms on the armrest, each leg separated. And however, for as much as you want, even if you want to cross your legs, even if you want to move your arms, you just don't seem to be able to. You're just stuck over there in place, facing forward. You can move your eyes anywhere you want to, and you see that most people are exactly having that same issue. They just seem to be looking. They just seem to be watching. They just seem to be in awe. Everybody is just marveled as to what's happening. The music just continues on, and there's an orchestra going on that just seems to be playing almost this hypnotizing a tune. And suddenly, at some point, flutes start playing. It is interesting to know that you haven't seen any flute players in that orchestra. But flutes, there seems to be an extremely loud pair of flutes playing that doesn't seem to be coming from the same place as to the orchestra is, but from somewhere on the air. Go ahead and roll by him again. You could swear that you see something floating around, but it's too dark to determine. There seems to be this strange, somewhat creatures floating around. But like I said, it is too hard to be able to say, yeah, you know what, I've really seen this or not. They seem to be, for all you know, obviously you're seeing something. Give me just a second. I'm going to show you what you see. Oh, I'm going to have to open the... give me a moment. I got to open the investigator's handbook. Keeper. There we go. Sorry. So, anyway, you're barely able to see these things flying around. Let me see what you uploaded over there. Maybe it is what I'm looking for. Nope. You're barely able to see what's going on around, but you definitely see the lights moving. The lights seem to be getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. However, now looking more as to lasers due to the fact that they don't look like dots anymore. Now they're starting to look more like lasers, that they just seem to be moving around.
I want to cause a scene.
I'm sorry?
Do I still... I want to cause a scene. Do I still have control over my extremities?
No. You can probably talk if you want. But you can definitely not move your extremities. So you're compelled to, unfortunately, stay seated over there.
Hey, friend, can you move? I tried to turn my head to look at him.
I am positively glued to my chair, old chap. This is captivating.
Captivating. We need to run.
Yeah. I could jump in excitement, but
this is what you would have seen floating around. Very, very dark. So I will need some sanity
Oh
for that.
fuck me. Okay,
And
okay, maybe it's time to reconsider.
they're
Um,
not that big though. They're probably half your size, I want to say.
hmm.
So I need sanity from both
Can
of you.
I? Okay. Uh,
That's pretty good. All right. So go ahead and roll 1d2 for me. Thank you. So go ahead and roll your power again before everything goes down. Wow, you guys are twinsies, huh?
hell yeah.
All right. So you do regain control back of your extremities. You've noticed that you're able to move. And if you look up, you see that there's at least two of these things that, depending on where they move to while they play the flute, they just become darker, maybe a little lighter here and there, but you do see the tentacles and everything, and the eyes, and they just seem to be playing this evil flute that just compels everyone, and it seems almost impossible to stop. At that moment, the holes in reality, they become a little bigger, and you see how these shamblers start emerging from them. Not to mention,
Is the guy still chanting?
I'm sorry.
Is the guy still chanting? Is Victor
Yes,
still
right now
chanting?
Victor is kneeling. He has his arms up to the side, his eyes completely rolled up, completely pitch white,
Yeah,
and he's just. It's almost like he's out of control right now. He's just chanting.
I'm gonna take a shot
Everybody,
at him.
everybody in the stage seems to be getting massacred right now by the
Oh,
shamblers. A couple. Go ahead and roll. Let me see. Just a moment. Go ahead and roll Constitution.
Constitution. Oh boy. Hey.
Constitution. All right. So you notice that there's this strange heat just coming to your body. However, your body somehow, you just wrap your arms like over your arms and your chest and your legs, and that kind of mitigates whatever you were feeling. However, everybody around you starts getting covered in flames. There seems to be this blue flames that seem to be covering everything and everybody. It's just burning them. And the funny thing is that you notice that it's not burning their clothes, but it's definitely burning their skin. The shamblers, they seem to be using blades within their hands, and they seem to be cutting the skin of the people sitting down, and in some cases also stab them with their appendixes.
Wait, so they have weapons? They have daggers? Or
But they
some
don't
cutting
have
implement?
daggers. They have four extremities, and two of them are completely sharp, like a spear, like a spear.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like a spear. So,
I'm gonna run. Can I run towards the stage and
um,
hopefully find an exit back
go ahead and roll luck.
there? Okay. Yeah. Oof.
You can
I
run
Can
to
I
the
do.
add?
stage. However, you notice that you're sitting on a row right now. To get out, you're gonna have to go through a couple, at least one or two shamblers, and then you're gonna have to, at the very least, you're gonna have to go through people that are in flames right now, that are just screaming in pain, getting burned out, but they're not able to move. And then, of course, as you're running onto the stage, you may or may not have to contend with a couple of enemies. But if that's what you want to do, you're more than welcome to try.
I thought the
Can I see
stage.
that?
I thought the were on the like where everyone was, and the stage was clear.
Well, the area in between the seats, right? You know, there's sections of seats. So
Mm.
the area in between each section is where the walkthrough to the stage is, and also to the exit. So you can go up or down. You know, if you go down, you're going to the stage. If you go up, you're going towards the exit. But you're more than welcome to do that. Nothing's happening during that area, within that area.
Towards well, so
Mhm.
the entrance is looking safer. I feel like they would have locked the entrance first.
Well, you wouldn't necessarily know
Mm.
exactly what's going on at the entrance at this time because you haven't looked
Yeah, I
at it.
get tingling in my tummy. Well, what do you think, Tim? I feel like sitting here is not the best idea. I know I said before, but
Right. So in
for a sec.
character, do I see that you're going towards the stage? If you do, I'm gonna try to stop you. I don't know what you think you're doing, but that's not the way out.
Well, I will
And
say that in character, you will see him getting up, and not necessarily going yet towards one place or another, just getting up and starting to move to go somewhere, you know. But ultimately, since you guys are sitting on a
So
set of seats, you know, you'll have to decide. And first of all, you will have to go sideways to be able to get out of the row to be able to hit front or back.
so
I'll be
then the
like,
portals that the Shamblers are coming out of these are on the stages. Are on the stage then, right?
The portals are pretty much everywhere.
you mentioned
Uh,
there was a place that hadn't had the flames, right?
Um, I
So
mean,
there shouldn't be any shamblers in that location.
no, there are shamblers in the stage too. The shamblers are actually killing all the actors in the stage, uh,
oh,
and also they seem to be killing everybody that is on the seats,
all
especially
right, yeah.
those that are
Behind
not
us,
necessarily
Right.
getting burned out.
yeah, the entrance behind us sounds pretty nice. Then I assumed that it was just Victor on the stage chanting, and then if we killed him, then it would stop
Victor,
everything. But
go ahead and roll spot hidden.
oh, the little weasel is gone, is he? Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you cannot see right now. Everybody's just. Some people might have started getting up and trying to be desperate as they're starting to run while they are in flames, and they are, you know, in flames and getting stabbed and cut by the shamblers. So some people are dying on their seats. Some people are dying right in front of their seats. Uh,
Lucius, we need
Everybody's
to
just
get
getting
out of here.
massacred. And the crazy thing is that the flames seem to be cauterizing every single cut that the Shambler does. They do, and when they're stabbing them, so you have an idea. The people are getting stabbed. They're getting stabbed probably with a diameter of 5 inches, right? A hole that is 5 inches wide in diameter.
Could I see if I can pay attention to so say there's a row of people, right? Say the first person on the right is not in flames, and then the person to the left, so further into the row, they are in flames. Are the shamblers ignoring the people that are not
No, the
on
people are
fire?
just killing everybody. The Shamblers are just killing everybody.
Ah, well,
They're killing people
all
with
right.
with flames and people with no flames. They're just going and attacking randomly everyone.
All right. Let's just hope that they keep killing random people. Let's just try to run to the entrance then behind us. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll be like, if you keep looking at that, we'll end up like them. We need to get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here. Don't
Yep.
even look back. Here, follow me, and I'll make my way towards the closest Shambler-free exit.
All right, give me just a moment. So, Tim, go ahead and roll spot hidden before all that happens. You notice that at this point in time, I mean, you haven't noticed when, but right now, Victor seems to be passed out on the ground on the stage.
We'll get you, you fucker. I
So
say as
God only
I keep
knows
running towards
how
the exit.
long it's been, but he's definitely passed out. Give me just a sec. So the spot hidden actually sees you moving. I'm sorry, the Shamblers actually see you moving, leaving the area. So go ahead and roll dexterity, because if you're gonna run or try to make it fast, okay,
Nice.
all right. So the moment that you leave the area and
I'm
you
also,
start hitting
by the way,
back,
grabbing Lucius.
sorry,
I'm grabbing Lucius by the hand and not letting go.
okay. So you start running.
Before
There's a
we even get to
Shambler
the door, I'm
following
gonna
you, but
shoot
the
the lock
Shambler
just in case.
there's a Shambler following you, but the Shambler is only able to follow you up until the hallway where it leads to the front door. At that point, it stops and it's just standing there looking at you. It's just
Is the
straight
door
up
open?
looking at you. I'm sorry, what?
Okay, so go ahead. Sorry,
No, no, no. I don't know what you were saying.
Oh,
Lucius.
is the door open? Can we actually leave?
Go ahead and roll your luck.
Oh no. Oh yes.
The door is open. The door is very much open. People outside, you can see some people outside, before you open the door, there's little windows on it. You can see some people outside that are super excited.
Okay.
Seem
So
to be people
the
waiting,
As
people with microphones, talking, um, people taking pictures with old cameras. You guys leave and you walk outside, and somebody says, "Oh wow!" And we do have the first of the public actually coming out. How was the show? How would you rate this show? Is this your first time going to the theater?
10
Uh,
out of 10, absolutely amazing. Victor's right inside, ready to give you an autograph. You just head right in with your camera. Going in.
oh wow. Okay. Well, no. Unfortunately, we don't have permission. We already asked if we could go in
Oh,
with a camera. We don't have the permission, but we are really interested in finding out what people have to say. Definitely, we want to hear a little more. What was your favorite part of the show?
I'm gonna look back inside, and is the Shambler still looking?
Yes, but only you can
about
see
the
it
Shambler, you said it stopped in the where the rows ended.
on the hallway. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna grab their camera, and I'm gonna go inside, and so where I know it's safe, and I'm
So
gonna
you're gonna steal their
try and
camera?
film. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Um, Go ahead and roll brawl.
Oh, who's that? Oh, okay. God damn.
So you pull from the camera, and the guy grabs it back and pulls it back. He's like, "Hey, watch it, bud. I know that you're excited, but if,
And
if you ask nicely, I'll take your picture. But you don't have to grab it like that. Don't make me call the police. I mean, you can clearly see the
all right,
cops
my bad,
standing
man.
over there."
My bad, my bad. Can you take a picture of me then? I'm gonna try and position him so that the creature's behind me, and so hopefully he can
Sure thing. I would love to.
inadvertently take a
I would
picture of it.
love to. Anything for somebody that comes to the theater and takes a picture. Do you mind if we use this picture for our article tomorrow? I mean, you guys look like you're so excited and so lively. and truly excited that I would like to capture this particular look in your face for tomorrow's
Oh
con.
yeah, I'm certainly excited to be alive, bud. I'm gonna put my little opera.
Are you
Um,
are you planning to come on Saturday to the show? Will you bring your loved ones?
no way will I experience this twice. This is something that you should only see once. I think it kind of ruins the surprise otherwise.
Oh yeah. Well, I understand. I mean, some people just come, mainly because of the magic that it is watching theater, and enjoy it. But I can totally understand what you mean. I guess I get it.
Is the Shambler still behind?
The Shambler is gone. Everything seems to
Ah,
be quiet now.
did
People
he?
at the everything is super super quiet. There's no no noises. All the lights come on inside, and somebody walks in. There's a woman that walks in. Not too long after
From
that,
well,
there is a scream.
from the outside. Ah,
Not too long after that, there is a scream. And the police storm in. The police storm in, and you see not too long after that, not much longer after that, the several police cars coming in. Go ahead and roll your luck.
no.
All right, Tim. When you see the cops, they come in. The cops apparently approach both of you. He's like, "Excuse me, could you please step in for a minute? Step in the theater. We need to talk to both of you."
Oh, we can talk outside in public, right?
No, no, no. We need to have a private conversation. We can do it over here, or we can do it at the station if you want.
Mm, I guess we could talk here.
Very well.
How many cops?
If you can please stop,
Oh,
walk in, and there's gonna be 5 police
that's a lot of.
officers, and there's a emergency vehicles that start showing up out of everywhere. The reporter starts telling one of the cops, "Yeah, we talked with him. We talked with them. They said that they really enjoyed the show and they loved it. That they wouldn't come again, but they seem fine. They didn't say anything about anything bad happening or anything like that. So I don't know. I think they may have done all that. They may be a little kook." Um, and the police officer says, inside, of course. Once you're walking in, you hear that. But then he says, "Can you tell me exactly what happened?"
Uh, does this happen to every play?
It's like, well, I'm a
Okay,
little confused here. Um, I just want to understand your point of view of what happened.
right. So it all started when people started handing out free tickets to the show, which was kind of fishy. Uh, at first, I thought it was some kind of ego boost for the main actor, Victor, but it seems that they were just trying to make sure the rooms were full. So Victor started singing, then some little trumpeter dudes, the size of a big dog, started playing music. They mobilized us. They set some people aflame. Some spear armed dudes came out with portals and started killing people. And as you can see, we are capable of staying quiet. We didn't tell anyone. Victor may still be in there, passed out.
He says, so let me get this straight. So you're saying that you were inside and that you didn't have anything to do with this and that all this happened. And then ultimately as all this happened, you just decided to get out. See, I completely understand what you're telling me. The only part that I'm a little hazy about is the part where you left. You told the reporter that it was great, that it was amazing, that it was a once in a lifetime experience. And then after that, you didn't contact the authorities or anybody, but instead, you decided to take your picture.
Because the creature was behind me.
What
Check the picture, it
creature?
may still be there. It chased us, and it couldn't leave. So I tried to take his camera and head inside to take a picture of it. But then when I couldn't, I tried to get the journalist to take a picture of me to try and capture it. I was afraid that if I said anything, it would come running and kill me.
I see.
That's why I tried to play cool.
So obviously, then if I look at the picture, then I will see the creature.
I don't know. It might have left.
100%. You'll see it.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, I tell you what, guys. You guys are gonna come with us to the station, and you're gonna stay with us until we can develop that picture and find out exactly what creature we're talking about. And obviously, we're gonna talk with the only survivor, which is poor Victor, poor Mr. Jameson, that he survived, and then maybe he can tell us exactly what happened. And then ultimately, provided that your story checks out with him, and that we see the picture, you'll be fine. You'll get to leave.
Regardless of what he
Another idea.
says, you think that two people managed to burn an entire theater of how many does it hold? How many would there be? How many people?
I don't know. I don't know
Hundreds?
exactly if you managed to burn the entire theater. I don't really know exactly what it is that happened here. But I have
Their
two
clothes
people.
weren't even burnt.
I have two people that walked out, were not concerned in the slightest, and they decided to take a picture. And instead of advising that there was something extremely wrong and bad, they decided to give an interview as to how they enjoy the show and that it was a once in a lifetime thing.
Because the creature was behind me and I was afraid for my life.
Right. And that's why I'm saying that, I'm not saying that you're lying. I do think you are lying, but I'm not saying that you're lying. So I want to give you the benefit of the doubt because we live in the land of the free. So we're going to bring you in. We're going to talk with the other survivor, see, get his side of the story, and we're gonna look at the picture, which I'm sure you're telling me the truth. So therefore, the creature is going to be over there on the picture, and the story is going to check out, and you guys are surely going to walk free. I mean, I'm pretty sure this has a perfectly logical explanation.
I think I might have another idea.
Really?
Okay, so quickly out of character, we are inside the building, right?
You are aware?
We're inside the building and it's still only 5 cops.
Yes.
Did they all
So-
come with us? How many are inside questioning us?
Well, there's a captain right now, and maybe another deputy talking to you, and the rest are some cops are outside. The two that were there, they're still there, preventing anybody from walking in because family members and other people are starting to show up, and the rest of them are inside, looking around and assisting the paramedics.
So I'm gonna ask the guy, how many people would you say fit in this theater?
How many people died?
How many people do you think would fit in this full theater? Not many.
How many people
About
paid?
100? No, just how many people can fit? How
Oh,
many
can fit.
people?
I want
Yeah.
to say about 150 people. You know,
And
provided
how
that
many
we use
people?
the top, the balcony, which nobody seemed to have used it today.
And sorry, hold on.
Thank God, by the
I
way.
I need to check something. This okay, okay, sorry. I think sorry. Sorry, I thought somebody broke in, but never mind, it's cool. So
Into your house?
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, no, kind of freaked out for a moment. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm in the middle of threatening the cop. So how many people would you say are outside this building? Do you think we really worked alone? Would you risk their life just to take us both in? I'll make a deal with you. We'll move on. We'll leave the town alone. Just gotta forget you ever saw us. And
Are
I'll
you trying to
grab
bribe a
Lucius'
police
hand.
officer?
I'm not offering any money. I'm offering your life.
Well, I'm telling you what, I make you a better deal. You come with us so we can do our job and investigate. And if you have really nothing to do with this, then you can leave. And if you do have something to do with it, you see the judge and you possibly rot in prison.
How many people are in front of us? Some of the cops are assisting the paramedics, right?
Well,
So
right
I'm
now there's a
speaking with the
mountain of people
captain.
outside. So if you look outside, people just trying to walk in and the police holding them. There's a lot of people, so there's no way that you can make a run for it if that's what you're trying to do. Not to mention that potentially the police can shoot you also.
I've got a question. So I teach in Arkham, right? I would know how corrupt the police is, right? How desperate are they to close a case? So if they couldn't find a culprit, would they pin it on us? Could I
Not
do some
necessarily.
checks?
I mean, I would say that right now, of course, this has a lot to do with your dice rolls. But considering that you two are the only survivors that are awake and that unfortunately decided to bullshit your way out and you didn't call the police, I would say that their suspicion is warranted. Um,
Mm.
at the same time, if you want, you're more than welcome to roll fast talk and try to talk your way out of it. But there's no way in hell that at the very least the police is not going to tell you not to leave town for them to be able to contact you once they continue the investigation. I mean, mainly because it is a little strange. You cannot deny that it is a little strange that you guys got
Yeah.
out and you guys didn't alert anybody, didn't call the police or anything. Then you decided to celebrate by taking a picture, or at least that's what it looks like, even though you may be trying to take a picture of the Shambler, which is not going to show up in a picture. And
Oh shit!
granted that your character wouldn't have known that.
Of course, I didn't even know that, to be honest.
Right. So the Shambler will not show up
Very
over
cool.
there because it will be something that only you will be able to see at that point. And and then the police showed up once everything went to hell. So,
Weird,
but ultimately you can
weird
roll
question.
fast talk if you want.
Weird question. But that spell that I got before in last week that buffs a weapon so they can hit
Mm-hmm.
shamblers, right? If you use that on a camera, do you reckon it would then be able to take a picture of the Shambler, or just damage it with the
What
camera.
is the spell you had?
Uh,
Hold on, let me
I
look
don't
at it.
remember.
I'm sure you have it on
It
your.
just it only said that if you buff a weapon, it can damage it. So it's not what it says, right? But like it doesn't say that if you buff a camera, it can take a picture. But I'm
It
just
is on your
wondering.
character sheet, right? Did you put this spell on your character
No,
sheet?
because my character that had it died. Then oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
think the character that has it now
Okay, but
is
it's not okay. So it's not a spell that you have now.
no. I think
No.
James Cook had the scroll, but the character is not in play. I'm just wondering if
Okay.
you would allow such an interaction if I had it.
Depends. I want to say depends. Obviously, light is probably not very good for a shambler. So if you wanted to mix the the light with the spell, maybe the light will just hurt the shambler to where it wouldn't be able to continue advancing or continue moving. You know, kind of like repelling it, but not necessarily killing it. Normally, those spells are particularly made for you to be able um, to make physical weapons work against shamblers.
Yeah.
Because normally physical weapons don't work, you know, against shamblers. So,
Okay.
would you guys just go with the police officer? What would you guys like to do?
I'd probably go with the police. My family's wealthy. I could probably get a lawyer and defend myself because there's no way I'd be able to burn someone alive while also not touching their clothes.
Oh yeah, and
And I have no sharp tools on me. I don't have blood on me either.
you're also a professor at Arkham
There's
University, so you know
yeah.
I'm sure somebody will try to vouch for you at the university. Um,
Mm.
but ultimately, the long story short is that is what happened. So what we can do
I
is,
can,
go ahead.
yes. Um, I'm gonna pull out my military papers, uh, and a crisp $100 bill, and hand it over to the officer. I'll say, you can let us go. There's a exit at the back. We can avoid the cameras, but just take in Lucy. Take in, I forget the name of the actor, but I say take him.
Victor.
Uh, yeah, take Victor. Question him. You'll find everything you know, and
All right, go ahead
make
and
sure
roll
to.
persuade. All right. So he tells the police officer to arrest you particularly for bribing, for trying to bribe him. He tells you it's a federal crime to try to bribe a police officer. So on top of all the trouble you're in, now we're taking you in and charging you for this, even if you are end up being um, innocent for whatever happened here tonight. But we are going to continue investigating. And you, sir, I understand that you are not involved in the bribe. However, if you could please accompany us so we can continue our investigation, as you are a prime suspect right now.
And I take
Otherwise, we
Lucius
can
as a
arrest you too and
hostage.
charge you with the bribe also.
And I take Lucius as a hostage. I will pull out my gun, put it next to Lucius's temple, and start walking backwards.
Go ahead and roll. You know, obviously, you will have to do that quite fast. So go ahead and roll dexterity. All right. So you grab your gun and you pull it around his head, whatever, and you start walking back. So I'm assuming to the entrance. And you
Yeah,
see the captain and the other two police officers pull their guns and saying, "Sir, put your gun down. You don't have to die tonight. Things can be much worse. Just put your gun down."
I'll speak directly to the civilians. Tell them to make way and make my way towards my car.
Okay. He says, "Sir, there's no way we're going to allow you to leave." He yells, "Johnson, get your man towards towards a hallway. There's there's a guy with a gun." So now you have all of a sudden the other three police officers um, get on the back of the hallway, so they're behind you, pointing guns at you. So go ahead and roll spy hidden. Okay, so you see them behind you, pointing guns. So from every single side, right now, because I'm assuming you're gonna turn sideways, you wouldn't keep your back towards that because they're just gonna shoot you on the back. That you see that that they are pointing guns at you.
Any of the exits that I previously researched, could I take any of those?
Go ahead and roll luck. All right, so you find that behind you there's a door. We can say that is the manager's office right behind you. Go ahead and okay. So we found the door. Go ahead and roll luck again. See if the door is unlocked. Okay, the door's unlocked.
Oh, nice.
So you open it up. And you walk in and you see how everybody's just aiming their guns at you. All right, so what do you do inside?
I obviously take the exit.
But that's not an exit, that's just an office.
Sorry, I thought I'd roll for an exit.
Nope.
Oh, there's
Here's
going to
what
be
I
a window,
asked.
surely.
There might be a window. So let's determine that. Yep, there is a window. However, where the window is, you notice that there is a lot of people trying to come into the theater because they're all storming outside to try to break into the front door to see what happened. And the police are kind of like slowing them down.
Excellent. I'll hide with the crowd and make my escape.
All right,
I'll open
so
the
go
window.
ahead. So are you gonna break the window to be able to leave?
I'm just gonna open the window.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your strength to open the window. Okay. So you open the window. And the moment you open the window, people just start pouring in. And I'm assuming you're pouring out. So go ahead and roll your dexterity.
Yes, and at this point, I already
So when people start pouring in, unfortunately,
from the
they are
window.
pushing you in as they are coming in. Now, what about you, Lucius? Lucius, there's two things that are probably happening right now. One, whatever way your character feels about how Tim decided to use you as a hostage, and then two, go ahead and then two. What are you gonna go ahead and escape? Are you gonna stay there? Obviously, both of you know that the moment that you escape, right now, at least right now, you're still a victim because he is forcing you against your will,
Yeah.
supposedly,
So,
to be in there.
seeing what
But
I've
the moment,
seen,
hold on. But the moment you escape, you're going to be a wanted man.
so seeing what I've seen of him and what we just lived through, and despite that, he held my hand to make sure I didn't, I didn't fall behind. I'm assuming that he's only doing, like, he's not going to shoot me. I'm not in any danger from him. He's only using me to get away. However, as you said, I do not want to be a wanted criminal. I have faith in my family's wealth and my. Oh,
Yeah,
hello.
he crashed again.
Ah, okay. Right. So I have faith in my family's wealth um and my not popularity, but my renown, I suppose. That and the absolutely ludicrous way they were killed, that they can't pin that kind of thing on me. Um, so I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight against Tim. But once he leaves, I'm just gonna stay
Okay,
and
so you're
try
gonna
to
stay
fight
put
legally.
inside of that room, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I kind of miss what you were saying because my audio issues. But
so
when we got to
so Tim, Lucius decided that he doesn't have anything against you, that he doesn't hold a grudge about you holding a gun on his head, but that he has no interest in leaving and possibly becoming a wanted man. So therefore, that he's going to stay in that particular in that room in the manager's office, and that if you want to leave, you can leave. Unfortunately, as I explained to you before, there's just too many people pouring in for the moment, where it's kind of a little hard for you to be able to squeeze between the people to be able to come out.
Are they coming
Um,
out inside of a window? Because he opened a window.
yeah, people, but the window is not on a first floor; it's just on a regular, straight floor. So therefore, all those people that were trying to break into the theater to see their family members and whatnot, all those people now,
Uh,
since they're not able to go in through the front because the cops are there stopping them, they started to pour in through the window.
okay, yeah. So as we got into the room, I stopped holding him with my gun. I'll be like, nothing personal. I'm just not going to jail. Gave you possible deniability. Anyways,
yeah, I
wish
know.
you the best of
Yeah.
luck. I take out my
Yeah, good
coat
luck, mate.
and try to blend with the crowd. Um, I'll be like in the middle of the crowd, and as soon as I see an opening, I'll try to get away. Drop the coat, drop the hat, anything recognizable. Uh, I'll try to pretend to be another person, blend with the crowd, and yeah, make my way out. See an opening.
All right. So eventually, the people get in the theater. So you go ahead through the window. Go ahead and roll stealth again. All right, and you manage to leave. And that will be the end of that campaign, pretty much. At that point, you're obviously a wanted man, so therefore you might have to skip town or whatever. And then Lucius, you will be brought in for questioning, and I'm sure your character will end up telling them the truth that he left and that
Mhm.
you stay there, whatever. And then what we can do is let's see, based on what happened on the campaign on Thursday, I can tell you two things. I can tell you that no charges were pinned on Victor, because Victor was ultimately invited to do the play on Saturday again, although that play never happened.
What? Uh,
Right, he was supposed to do the play again on Saturday, and they rehearsed it and everything like that, but the play never ultimately happened. He kind of refused. If you guys watch the video, you will understand exactly what happened. But he ultimately felt very, very bad about doing the same thing all over again over there in the theater. So ultimately, weird things happened, and another group was hired to investigate what happened this time around with you guys. And when they went to question him, long story short, they they got an airplane and they left town. They went all the way to Europe, which is going to be where the next campaign that you guys are going to play is going to be. The next campaign is going to be in Portugal next week, next Sunday. You guys are going to be pretty much a continuation of whatever happens on Thursday. That's what's going to happen on Sunday.
Do I end up in jail?
Great question. Go ahead and roll your luck.
Fuck.
You're done with me. Oh,
Oh.
shit!
Nope. You don't end up in jail because ultimately the moment that Victor skips down like that and escapes, because ultimately even though he wasn't charged for anything, he was still a suspect. But the moment that he escapes and the police end up finding out that that he took an airplane with his manager and lover, and then they went overseas, that they were escaping. So therefore, they are charging him now.